Hi there. Today's topic is on acute tonsillitis. First we will see what are these tonsils. If you open the mouth and see deep inside, on either side you can see almond shaped structures, one on each side. These structures are called tonsils. They form part of our immune mechanism or the mechanism or the system which protects our body against infection. Let it be virus or let it be bacteria. It protects us. In fact, these are the policeman or bodyguard of our body. In some situations, what happens, this itself can act as a source of infection. When the tonsils get infected, we call it as acute tonsillitis. So, acute infection of the tonsils is very common in children. Now, what are the organisms involved? The most common organism involved is virus, which forms about 60 to 80%, followed by bacteria, which is 20%. In this video, we shall discuss mainly the bacterial one, and the virus one shall be discussed in a separate video. But please bear in mind that both virus and bacteria may be seen together in the same patient. Let us go to the symptoms. The most common symptom being fever, followed by discomfort in the throat, and the child is refusing to eat or drink or something. On examination, he'll have a sick look, and on examination there will be fever also. And when you open the mouth and have a look at the tonsils will be big in size, it will be red or congested, and examination of the neck shows small swelling on the angle of the mandible here, upper neck, on both sides. And when the doctor touches that part, the child will have pain also. These are the examination findings. So what are the investigations? Acute tonsillitis is a clinical diagnosis. So as soon as we examine the child, we know the child has got infection of the tonsils. If you ask me what are the investigations which are done, I can say we can do a complete blood count, which gives us an idea whether it's bacterial infection or viral infection. Likewise, there are inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein that also can help us to diagnose whether it's bacterial or viral. And we can do a rapid strep test. Why should we do a rapid strep test? Like how I mentioned before, the second common cause, that is 20% of the patients, bacteria is a common cause for acute tonsillitis. In that bacteria, streptococcal infection is more common, secondary to streptococcus, beta hemolystis streptococcus. That comes under group A. So by doing a rapid strep test, we can come to know whether this bacteria is present. If it is present, we have to start antibiotic immediately. That is the advantage of this test. And this report comes immediately, say about within an hour or so. 30 minutes to 45 minutes, the reports will be ready. Last, we can do a throat swab. But we don't do a throat swab for acute tonsillitis. It is needed only in recurrent cases. In that case, if you take a swab over the tonsil and send it for the culture sensitivity, we can come to know which bacteria is involved and which is a specific antibiotic which can be given against the bacteria. So that is the advantage of throat swab. Coming to the treatment, bed rest, balanced liquid diet, antibiotics, painkiller. Like how I mentioned before, during their first visit, you may not get antibiotic. Your family physician may call you once again, say after 4-5 days, especially if the complaints are increasing. And he has a second look of the child and he feels his bacterial infection, he may give you a course of antibiotic for approximately 7 days. Gargling will soothe the throat and give you better comfort. It can be with salt water gargle or salt water with mixed with lemon also, or commercially you have so many throat gargles available, say like dilute hydrogen peroxide, betadine gargle, chlorhexidine gargle, and so on. So, but please bear in mind that each time you gargle, you have to gargle over for 30 seconds to 1 minute and spit it out. And after the gargle, you should not eat or drink for next 30 minutes. Now let us come to the complications. So why are we giving so much importance to acute tonsillitis? Because it has got so many complications which we need to prevent. Let us go through the complications. Acute tonsillitis can lead to recurrent tonsillitis or chronic tonsillitis. Recurrent in the sense, child will get recurrent infection. Each episode, each infection, he will be complaining of fever, throat pain, unable to swallow. Examined by an ENT doctor, he gives you a diagnosis of tonsillitis and he prescribes antibiotic. Like that, he may have several infections per year. That is recurrent tonsillitis. Or acute tonsillitis can lead to chronic tonsillitis, where the child will always say discomfort in the throat and he is refusing to eat with loss of appetite. The other complications are, if the tonsil's size is very big and is obstructing the airway, he can have open mouth breathing and a disturbed sleep and keeps on moving in the bed. So since he does not have a good sleep at night, the next day he will be disturbed and he will not be able to concentrate. He will be in a very irritable mood. This is one of the complications. Now he may get abscess formation at any of these sites. One is just next to the tonsil, or it can be in the neck, or it can be behind the pharynx. These three conditions, it may warrant that you need to admit the child, and sometimes you need to even operate on the child. Now, this acute tonsillitis can lead to immune complex disorder too. So what happens? Since the immune complex is disturbed, it can lead to heart disease. Likewise, it can lead to renal disease too, renal kidney involvement also. Last, sometimes the tonsil, you can have spontaneous bleed, for which simple cautery may be enough, or you may need to investigate and you may need to admit and investigate further and do the needful to control the bleeding. So this is about acute tonsillitis. We are giving so much of importance to this topic because the complication is more, which is dreaded. So we need to have an early diagnosis. So if you feel the child has got throat pain which is not resolving, you have to see the family physician the earliest, and please follow the doctor's order strictly. Thank you so much.